On October 14, AMD stock rose about 3% in pre-market trading as the market digested Oracle's announcement that Oracle Cloud Infrastructure, OCI, will launch a public AI supercluster powered by 50,000 AMD Instinct MI450 GPUs, with the rollout starting in calendar Q3 2026 and expanding in 2027. That single headline, a hyperscaler buying tens of thousands of GPUs and promising a public supercluster, is the kind of market candy that makes quant funds, momentum traders, and headline-hungry humans hit the buy button. Why pre-market? Pre-market moves happen when big news lands before regular trading begins. Traders reprice overnight risk, and the largest news items can create noticeable gaps when the market opens. In this case, the Oracle announcement was the catalyst. Helios versus DGX. What's the fight? AMD's Helios is a rack-scale reference architecture, dense, liquid-cooled racks that pack many MI450 GPUs, Zen 6 EPYC CPUs, AMD Bensendo DPUs for advanced networking, and a custom fabric called UALink/UALOE. Oracle explicitly says its planned superclusters will be powered by Helios racks. Helios is intended as more than a single card. It's a whole rack optimized for training and large model workflows. Nvidia's DGX systems, and its rack-scale NVL/VR families, have historically played the same role for Nvidia, pre-integrated racks built around Nvidia accelerators, networking, and software. When a hyperscaler talks about large public superclusters, you immediately think DGX versus rack-scale alternatives. So it's natural for observers to say Helios is now a direct challenger to DGX-style deployments. Independent industry coverage and analysis over recent months has increasingly framed AMD's rack plans and MI450 family as a competitive push against Nvidia's entrenched rack-scale offerings. Imagine Nvidia's DGX as a string quartet of virtuoso soloists, silky, tuned, and hard to beat at certain concert halls. Helios is the marching band, lots of players in tight formation, designed to move huge workloads across stadiums. Depending on the job, training a monster model versus inference, cost constraints, power and space, you'd pick one or the other, or both. The sector ripple. Why chip stocks rallied in AMD's role. When a major cloud provider publicly commits to tens of thousands of GPUs, it's not just one vendor's problem. It signals demand for racks, power, networking, liquid cooling, and the whole supply chain. That's why the PHLX Semiconductor Index and chip stocks more broadly have been running. Demand expectations rose, and AMD's news was a catalyst that made investors optimistic about the rest of the sector. On the day of the headlines, semiconductor stocks rose, and AMD itself finished among the top S&P 500 gainers after a recent 8% move that put it near the front of the pack. Imagine a stadium announcing it will host the World Cup. The company that sells seats, AMD GPUs, gets applause, but so do the concrete suppliers, electric companies, and the vending cart operators, chip fabs, networking vendors, cloud equipment suppliers. The investor crowd runs to all of them. By the way, if you are benefiting from the content so far and want more like this, like the video, it means much to me. Hit the subscribe button, turn on the notifications bell, and comment the word more. Just go ahead and type the word more so I know. Now that you have commented, let's continue. Oracle plus AMD, the 50,000 MI450 supercluster explained. Oracle's press release spelled out the plan. OCI will be the first major hyperscaler to offer a publicly available AI supercluster powered by AMD Instinct MI450 GPUs, starting with an initial 50,000 GPU deployment in calendar Q3 2026. With expansion in 2027 and beyond. OCI's new clusters will be built around AMD's Helios rack design, dense 72 GPU liquid-cooled racks, next-gen EPYC CPUs, codenamed Venice, and Bensendo DPUs, Volcano, for line-rate ingestion and programmable networking. Oracle emphasized the open software stack, RCM, UALink interconnect, and partitioning/virtualization features aimed at secure multi-tenancy at scale. Why 50,000 GPUs? Large language models and new multimodal beasts are huge. They eat memory and interconnect bandwidth. Tens of thousands of GPUs gives a cloud provider the muscle to train trillion-parameter models and to offer large public clusters for customers who don't want to build such infrastructure themselves. It's both a capability play, offer huge models and pipelines, and a marketing play, announce scale, win customers. Oracle, AMD, and the OpenAI context, how this reinforces ties. Oracle is already in the headlines for its large deals with OpenAI. One reported contract is a multi-billion/multi-year compute commitment that has been widely covered as a major factor in Oracle's big cloud push. The AMD Supercluster news doesn't replace Oracle's OpenAI relationship, it complements it. For Oracle, having Helios/AMD capability gives it more product options to sell to a variety of customers, including those who choose AMD-based stacks versus Nvidia-based ones. For AMD, another hyperscaler win, especially following significant reported deals tied to OpenAI, strengthens its position as a legitimate alternative to Nvidia in large-scale AI deployments. The Oracle press release described the platform as delivering the best price performance, open, secure, and scalable cloud foundation in partnership with AMD. Technical highlights, plain English, what makes Helios plus MI450 special. MI450 GPU, a high-memory, high-bandwidth accelerator. Oracle claims each MI450 can provide up to 432 GB of HBM4 and massive memory bandwidth, letting customers train larger models in memory, without slicing them into tiny pieces. That reduces engineering pain and speeds training. 72 GPU liquid-cooled racks. Helios organizes GPUs in dense racks. Liquid cooling improves thermal efficiency. The analogy: instead of 72 cars stuck idling in the sun, you have 72 race cars in a climate-controlled pit, all ready to lap the track. Efficient cooling equals better sustained performance and lower power leakage. Bensundo DPUs. Volcano offloads networking and security tasks from CPUs and accelerators. Think of DPUs as traffic controllers and bodyguards for GPU clusters, handling data movement and protecting workloads at line rate. This matters when you want to feed GPUs with enormous datasets without blowing up latency. UALink/ULOE Fabric, an open interconnect approach to reduce hops and latency between GPUs inside and across racks. In practice, this means that large distributed models can scale across many GPUs more efficiently. Open interconnect standards are attractive to customers who want vendor portability and less vendor lock-in. Bottom line, Helios is a whole systems play, compute plus memory plus network plus software, not just another GPU. All this could symbolically 200x AMD in the future. Note this as well. And he saith unto me, seal not the sayings of the prophecy of this book, for the time is at hand. He that is unjust, let him be unjust still, and he which is filthy, let him be filthy still, and he that is righteous, let him be righteous still, and he that is holy, let him be holy still. And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man according as his work shall be. I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end, the first and the last. Blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life, and may enter in through the gates into the city. Revelation 22 verses 10-14. If we fully obey the Lord, the Creator of heaven and earth, and carefully follow all his commandments, he has promised to set us high above all the nations of the earth. Deuteronomy 28. We shall be blessed when we come in and when we go out. I appeal to you to accept God and let him be your guide, for he will never leave you nor forsake you. Do not be afraid, do not be discouraged. Deuteronomy 31 verse 8. Want more information? Please check the description section. That's the end for now. If you have watched until the end, drop a comment like this: I stayed until the end. Just comment that I stayed until the end. When I see this comment, I will give you a heart. 3 more favors I request from you. First, like this video, subscribe and then turn on the notifications bell. If you do this, you greatly encourage me to continue bringing to you insightful content. Do not miss out on our future videos full of insight. All I am asking is your subscription. Thanks for joining us today. Your support means so much to us. Do not hesitate to share this video to help someone who may benefit. I recommend that you watch the next video, subscribe to the channel and share your thoughts about today's video. Wish you God's blessings and care. Faith and prayer will do what no power on earth can accomplish. See you in the next video by God's mercy.